afternoon, everyone. Today I would like to present my introduction of the literature review research report. Before telling you the topic that I choose, let me tell you something. Aristotle defines octopus as stupid animals 100 years ago, but you don't agree with that when you're listening to the following story. 100 years ago in England, Britain, aquarium, there was an octopus got out of its tank and go to the next door's tent to eat one of the fish at night when nobody was watching. And then he went back to his own tent and sitting there pretending nothing happened in the next morning. So actually, octopus is not as stupid as Aristotle defines. It is very intelligent. As a biology group student, I found this topic really interesting, so I choose intelligence of octopus as my topic. So, in the following session, I will define into 3 parts. The first part is to give the definition of what is intelligence animal do, and I will give the 5 journal article telling you about intelligence of octopus, and I will give a conclusion to tell you that octopus is really intelligent. So, what is intelligence? The definition of it is a property of mind that encompasses many related abilities, such as the capacities to reason, to think abstractly, to comprehend ideas, to use language, and to learn. Let's see whether these animals contain these properties. So, the first thing you will notice about the octopus is its huge brain. It is the origin of the intelligence. So I searched about this article. It is called The Octopus, a model for comparative analysis of evolution of learning and memory mechanisms. It investigates the central nervous system of octopus, particularly on the vertical lobe. The vertical lobe is a part of the brain which involves in learning and memory. And it investigates the octopus by slicing the vertical lobe part of the octopus brain, just like this photo. And I found this article really relevant to my topic, and I will use it as a basis of my introduction because it tells me that periodically octopus is really intelligent because the vertical lobe part of the octopus gives the abilities of octopus to learn new tasks and to have a long-term memory, which fits the criteria of what intelligence animal will have. And however, there is a gap in this article because it didn't further study whether the octopus will apply their intelligence in the behavior. So I found the rest of the 4 articles about different behavior of the octopus to see whether they will apply their intelligence in their behavior. And the first article that I found is the conditionally discrimination behavior of octopus. And this article is called Octopus and Cuttlefish Can Conditionally Discriminate. And it focuses on testing the capabilities and the extent of conditional discrimination of octopus by placing them in 2 different mazes in intermixed trials. I found this article really interesting, and it is useful because it fills up the gap of the first article by telling me that octopus will apply their intelligence in their behavior. In fact, conditional discrimination is considered as a complex form of learning because it involves in recognition of the cues, to analyze the cues, and to remember the cues so that they can conditionally discriminate. However, there is a limitation of this article because it's restricted to the quantitative data by telling me that how fast the octopus can escape from the maze instead of how they escape from the maze, which gives me the quality data. And the next behavior that I searched for is the tool use and the play behavior. And I found this article, which is called the Octopus Meritorious Response Behavior to Novel Objects in a Laboratory Setting, Evidence of Play and Tool Use Behavior. And it tests the octopus response to the novel stimuli by introducing the Lego blocks to the octopus to test their response to the blocks and how they manipulate it. This article is very useful for my research and my introduction because play behavior and toast-use behavior is what an intelligent animals will do, just like us humans or something like monkey or dolphins, which are intelligent animals. And it also fills up the gaps of the first article too. However, the results of the research indicate that there is no indication of the play behavior in octopus. So I wonder whether the octopus do have the play behavior. Let's see the following article. It is called Looking at the Play in Octopus Vigorous, and it state it is used to studying the plate behavior of octopus and to developing the playing criteria specific only to the octopus, because it is difficult for humans to see whether the octopus is playing or not. And it also studied the level of the response of octopus to the objects by introducing the bottles and the Lego blocks of the octopus. In fact, this article is more useful than the previous one because it set up the criteria of whether the octopus is playing or not and define the level of the playing. Just like this photo, you can see how they define different levels of the octopus to see whether they are playing or not. And I will use this as a strong evidence to support my topic. And the last behavior that I choose is the escape behavior. And I found this article called Interspecific Evaluation of Octopus Escape Behavior. It aims to investigate the interspecific escape behavior among different octopus and studying the factors of this behavior behind by circulating the questionnaire to the expertise in octopus. But unfortunately, I found this article the least useful because the factors they study behind is just something like the sex or the age of the octopus instead of the factors about the intelligence. So I will just use it as a reference or supplementary information. To conclude, Aristotle defines the octopus as stupid animals since their strong exploratory drive, which makes it easy for the people to catch them by simply waving their hands underwater. However, after this article searching, I found that actually octopus is not stupid but really intelligent. But how further they can intelligence or how clever they are, it's needed for further study. So I do this research. That's all my presentation. Thank you very much.